Trinity mentioned me in a comment, but she can't reply back. Hello, Natty.
Uploading this one. This is actually on, like, an actual camera. Yeah, so something that happened, I'm just gonna tell you, like, my 4th of July night. My grandma had recently passed away. You see? Like, you're actually on a camera itself. Like, you're not on my phone. I thought I should just share that. Anyway, my step-grandma recently just passed away, and my grandpa, my mom's mom, is fairly distraught about it. Like, they were married for 31 years, so I mean, of course he's gonna be upset. But on the 4th of July, she passed away the 2nd, and the 4th of July is also my grandpa's birthday. So me and my mom went over there, as well as my Jamie and her sons Garth and Seth, and her daughter Mariah and her wife.
Her wife?
Yeah, Mariah and Shandon are married. They went to Utah and got married.
You can get... I didn't know that. Oh, it's legal everywhere. What am I saying?
It's not legal in Wyoming. That's why they had to go to Utah.
Right.
Anyway, yeah, so all of us went over there, and then after we were done watching the
I'll be right back.
You should be.
Yeah.
All of those teeny things. They're ice cubes all over my floor. Thanks a lot, Davis. You very, very sweet thing, you. She really is actually super sweet. Oh, now it's all screwed up. I had this set up perfectly. Alright. There, that's what it's gonna be. Anyway. After we got done watching the Evanston show.
It's got on camera. Oh no, there's still water.
After we got done watching the show in Evanston, that's where my grandpa lives, because I live in Bridger Valley. There's only about a 35-mile difference between the two towns. And when we got done with that, I somewhat uploaded that on my channel a little while ago. I think it was on the 5th that it finally came out, but anyway. My cousin Seth, he is only 11, and he was shooting off Roman candles. Now, I don't exactly know what happened, but he was holding it straight up, and one of them backfired, and it exploded in his face, and he panicked, okay? And my grandpa, like, Seth is kind of my grandpa's favorite grandchild, just because, I mean, Seth lives with him, and so does Jamie. Mariah and Shandon have their own place, and Garth has his own place, but anyway, I digress. Yeah, so, it shot off in Seth's face, and he dropped it, and it shot off toward, my grandpa's white Chevy, excuse me, and, my grandpa wasn't upset about the Roman candle shooting off at the truck. He was upset that it exploded in Seth's face. So that's one thing that happened. And then another one was, I don't exactly know what they're called, but after they are finished exploding, there's smoke that comes from them. And
Smoke bombs?
no. They like actually explode, and then a colored smoke comes from them, and a parachute sort of thing comes out. I don't know what those are called, but they're really, really cool. But because of the way that the wind was blowing, it would go into the neighbor's backyard. So like their house is right here on one side of the street, and the house here is on the other side of the street. It was going in the other house's backyard. It was cool. Anyway, so that's the second thing. A third thing, we were all sitting on the sidewalk, like a fine sidewalk that's in front of my grandpa's house, and they were shooting off the fireworks in the streets. I mean, duh. And one of the fireworks that we have, it was called Diablo, and it shoots off 3 rounds, but this one had 4 in it, It shot off the 3 rounds, and then they knew that it was done. And it one of the girls kicked it over, and they kicked it toward everyone who was sitting on the sidewalk, including me, my brother, his girlfriend, my mom, my grandpa, my Aunt Jamie, Garth, and a couple other family members, and Garth's girlfriend. So it shot mainly at my Aunt Jamie, my mom, my grandpa. Seth was sitting on his lap, so my grandpa and Seth, me and my brother, because my brother was sitting like closest to me. I was standing near the porch. So when it shot at everyone, I didn't have the greatest Christian mouth in the whole world. I may have been able to put a sailor to shame, mind you, just because you never have a normal firework like that shoot off toward you, do you? No, and it was loud. Okay, I don't do good with loud noises, but what happened is it shot underneath my mom's seat, and then that's where it kind of disintegrated or whatever else. It scared Seth, so he fell off my grandpa's lap, and Gentry was able to help him. That's my brother. It was able to help him up. My Aunt Jamie's leg was singed, and Garth's girlfriend heel, she was wearing shoes, like normal Osiris shoes. It burned through her sock, and singed her ankle. Well, not really her ankle, it was like her heel area. It was really intense. And then also my cousin Garth, as another separate thing, he made a bomb. Like, an actual bomb. He took one of the Diablos and he put a whole bunch of white electrical tape around it, as well as, I think he put some gunpowder in there from a couple bullets that he had emptied, I think. And they had a 30-second long fuse attached to it, so, when they lit it off, it would... Yeah, they put it in the 4-way of the street, and it was loud, like... I'm sorry. Bruh. Yeah, it, take the loudest thing you've ever heard, like a gunshot... Shotgun, that's what I was trying to say. Gunshot. Shotgun! Shotgun blast right next to your ear hole times 10. Okay, it was loud. And I even had my ears covered. I actually had my headphones in with my hands over my headphones because I was listening to music, and all of a sudden, I see a huge, bright flash and then a whole bunch of pieces flying everywhere. I'm so surprised no car alarms went off. And since it was in the middle of the 4-way, it gave it plenty of room to spread out and whatever else. But if it was, on dirt, it would have cratered. It kind of would have looked like a meteor had struck the ground. Yeah.
Good job.
It was really intense. My family, they're fine if they're not around each other. If you get them all together...
Themselves.
What?
When they're by themselves, they're fine.
When they're by themselves, yeah, that's kind of like us. We have a couple 4-wheeling stories that we should share.
Oh, no.
I've run into so many trees. Anyway. Yeah, so, I love my family. They're really intense. They're perfectly fine. They're normal people, as normal as we can get when we're not all around each other. If you gather us into one area, say at a family reunion... Run. It's the easiest thing to say, just run.
Yes.
My eyeballs!
Probably...
Is it?
It's almost 9:40.
Oh, shit. It's okay. Nah, shit. But don't we have to get you home?
Yeah.
Question mark? It's not! You hear her. Okay, well, this has been a thing. You want to say goodbye?
Goodbye. Sorry, I spilled my water.
I'm sorry about that, too.
It was interesting.
I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. Wow, this thing has 7... I was about to say that has 7 million views. No. 700,000.
Where's all the views, bro?
Where's all the views? At least I was in the war, you Swedish pussy. At least I don't look like a hairy Swedish meatball. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Bye-bye.